going on, everyone and every oneette or whatever you are? How we doing? Me, I'm doing better than you. I'm doing a hell of a lot better than you. Like from the bit. So, lately I've been reading Dostoevsky's Brothers Karamazov. I think that's how you pronounce that name, you know. It's very interesting. I think about, I don't know, like 300 something pages in, and I would have to like read the full thing to like really give my opinion about it. But I just got to this part where this boy, who's kind of churchish, I want to say, you know, trying to become a monk, the youngest brother, I believe it's Elisha. I think that's the Russian version of Elijah, I'm going to totally assume. And he is talking with his brother Ivan. And they're discussing, well, the brother Ivan said, like, oh, I had this poem that I've worked on in some sense. And it's about this Spanish Inquisition, I don't remember if he used the word cardinal or not, but this high-ranking dude who saw that Christ had returned, and so he captured him, put him in prison, and in a long roundabout way, to really simplify what he says, he kind of talks about, you've given too much hope to stupid people. There are certain people in the world that can obtain what you're talking about. But most people are just lowly peasants, and they need people like us to be the new Christ to them. To take away certain aspects of their being, and to be the harbinger of whatever these people need. Because they're just incapable of this Christ-like behavior. And in some ways he's condemning Christ because he is what he allowed mankind to think he was capable of, even though he's most likely not capable of it. So he goes on about it. It's much more detailed than that, but I suggest giving the book a read if you haven't already. I'm just getting to some of these great books. Back here I purchased Britannica's Great Books, The Western World, and I just plucked that one out, just coincidentally. And as I've been reading it, I've just been trying to get acquainted with great works of literature. And this is the first one that we've plucked out, and so we're just kind of unraveling it. So I really suggest a good reading of the book. It's something special. It's very interesting, the dynamics that are, in some sense already, all I'm saying is, if I were to put it in a sentence, I care about humanity, but I hate people. The struggle with understanding how to care about humanity, how to care about others, and how to be a part of this society. And there was aspects of hermitage and shit. Like to be a hermit out in your own secluded area away from mankind, but you have care for them. And it's got these deeper, more profound questions that it poses. Now, like I said, I've not finished it. I'm almost halfway through it, so I can't, you know what I mean? Like I don't know what the outcome's going to be. But just so far as I've been reading it, that's what I've been getting out of it. So it's been a very, very interesting read. Other than that, I've not been doing a whole lot of work on much. I've been kind of taking a bit of a back seat for a few weeks. Drafting up a few ideas. I've talked about that before in one of the episodes about Ravian, my ideas with this guy named Ravian. But other than that, I've really taken a back seat on a lot of the writing and all that, you know, book stuff. I always do this. It's just, this is kind of where I'm always at, where it's like we gotta figure something out eventually, but as for now, we're hanging out. A lot of my uncertainty within Christianity, and that's, again, I always say that's all I'm really faced with. I don't, you know, where I live, I don't know Muslims, I don't know Hindus and whatever other religions are. They're not here, you know. I'm surrounded by a bunch of Protestants and a couple Catholics, so I can only kind of give you this tinge of it, if you will. But this is a lot of stuff I went to with a family. They're mass, or not mass, what do they call it when it's Protestant? Just the Baptist church on Easter. And there was a lot of things that I found to be very strange. This kind of dualism, you're either accepted by Christ or you are forgotten, in a sense. I forgot the word he used. He says you're saved or you're lost. And I thought that was so strange. I thought that was the most strangest thing, because it stirred in me so many questions of like, so I'm placed here on this earth, and the overall thing I need to achieve is just the acceptance of this place to go to the next. But there's all this shit to distract me, this entire world. And I'm given free will to make a choice. But no matter what I do down here, it doesn't necessarily matter. As long as I get myself right with a higher power, accept it, and so I can go to that place and strive to be better. And now all this other stuff was for nothing. And I just thought that was so strange. Such a strange way to look at the world. I was almost flabbergasted by it. This is the first time I've been to church at a service before. I've never been to a service, so I didn't know what to expect. And these are Baptists. There's a lot of fucking singing of songs. And I got it. That's ritual. That's how you get the shit in your head. And that's how you get to the trance-like state. If you want to call it trance, it's a very lowly trance-like state. But get you in touch with something higher. And the entire time sitting there, it just kind of felt like it was for, like in the Brothers Karamazov, the brother Ivan was putting this idea, like it's just for these lesser people. Because all the message was saying was like, you'll be okay. Sometimes life's hard, but don't worry, you'll be okay. And that's all it was really about. And I was like, I don't need that. You know what I mean? Like I wasn't upset by the wordage or anything. I wasn't like standing up like, you motherfucker. I just thought like, I don't need this. I don't need to be made to feel okay. I'm not here for that on this world. Like I know it gets hard. I'm well aware of that. I've been through the shit. And I've come out multiple times to go right back into the shit again and come back out. Like I know the game. I don't need comfort. I need fucking answers, If I need anything at all. I mean, the older I get, the less I look anymore. Externally. For God's answers. I just feel like he's got shit going on. I figure my own stuff out, It's... So it kind of coincides with something that's on a personal level that affects me. Where I work, in a grocery store, I'm an assistant grocery manager, right? And I work with a bunch of people that aren't really capable of a whole lot. You know what I mean? It's just the lower rung of society. They mean well, but they're just not smart, And that's all I'm surrounded by. And I related to that part in that story by the brother Ivan. I related with it because that's how I feel too. It's just like these biblical stories interpreted by Protestants, as far as I understand it, that's for them. Okay? They need that kind of, am I going to be a good boy? Am I okay? Am I okay? They need that shit. And I'm sitting here going like, yeah, because you need fucking people like me to take care of everything else. Because you can barely fucking manage your shit. Someone like me has to come along, shoulder your fucking burden as well as mine, and get a bunch of things done in quiet, in silence, so I can move. It's just been the story of my fucking life. You know what I mean? People fuck things up, I go behind them and fix it, and I stopped trying to correct people long ago because they're not capable. Has been my life story so far. But I'm surrounded by folk like this. And when I was sitting in that Baptist church listening to this, lecture or whatever it's called when their preacher, I think they're called preachers, speak their parts, I listened to it and I thought, like, this isn't for me. I don't need this message. I don't need to be like, I'm not walking around feeling ashamed all the time of something. Or I'm not walking around feeling that I need to feel okay. I just need to kind of relinquish power so that someone else can take care of it for me. I don't need that because I don't know that experience. I'm the one having to burden everyone's shit for them. Because we want society. We want civilization. We want rules. We want logic. Well, there are certain people that have to keep that fucking shit going, even in the smallest of little towns. Someone's got to shoulder that fucking shit. Because if we all just relinquish control and sit around and go, oh, thank God, as long as I'm good to other people, it doesn't matter. Being good's fine and dandy, but we have our civilization to worry about. We have our ideas of what life is. If you want to have your fucking running water and your electricity, you want to have a plumber come out and fix your shit, you want to live in a house, all this society stuff, drive on flat roads for your little car. There are people that have to shoulder that fucking shit. You can't just sit here and like, oh God, let my gut out, like Christ has got it all. Like, he doesn't in that aspect. It's up to you to fucking help. And I think, again, in this story, the Brothers Karamazov, this scene, this specific scene, I don't remember, I can give you the exact one, but I totally forgot it, where he's talking about the Spanish Inquisition in his poem, Capturing Christ, and telling him, there are stupid fucking people, that this stuff can work, but they don't see beyond that. They need to be told how to do things, what to do things, and all this and that, because we have this society here. You have God giving away fucking land to people, promise it to them. Like, we can't just like have the land and lay on it and go, oh, when he comes back, we'll be good. Like, you got to do things. You got to farm. You got to take care of that fucking place. As human beings, we're here to do stuff. And a lot of this Protestant stuff is teaching this fucking laziness. And there's certain motherfucking people that have to take care of everything. And these people see this religion as a tool. I think they're using it incorrectly. I really think they're using it in a way to make people that lazy kind of way. But we need to have certain forms of society. If you look at our modern our idea of what the Illuminati are, or the rich and the powerful, the aristocratic folk, the whatever it is in each society, they have to exist because they're the only ones making shit happen. And like, you try to fucking fix something up, and I'm over here making this all nice and I'm making it work, and okay, it's gonna run and function. Some guy's gonna walk in and like, you fucking asshole, like, you don't care about me because when you did that, I had to deal with this, and now I'm mad. And I say, congratulations, man, this is called life. We want to have a functioning society. Your dumbass is laying on the fucking road. I had to move you. That's just how life is. And that's what higher people think and deal with. And I'm not one. But I can see it just from my little area in my society, in my small town, in a grocery store. If someone's not putting that stupid fucking food out there, if someone's not in control of the situation in terms of management, just overall management of the back room and the front, that shit doesn't get fucking done. And people get upset because they can't buy their fucking bread and shit. Someone's got to take care of that. That's just how that fucking works. And as I keep saying, that's why I related to that chapter where they were talking in that tavern. I related to it heavily because that's what you have to fucking do. And this idea of this savior kind of thing, it says, we had to replace you because you just gave them this power. They've done nothing with it. They're laying about with it. They're just waiting salvation with it. And the burden of society is upon those that are in control of it. So we had to replace you with him. And I think he was alluding to the devil in some sense, because that's the one that was offering the temptations to Christ, which was human temptations. If you would have just shown your fucking power, they would understand, instead of some concept where his idea was like, you proved yourself to God, not to man, and you want them to follow you, is kind of what I've gathered from it so far. Again, this is just one reading. I literally finished it not that long ago. So that's just something that I wanted to kind of put a do a light discussion on today. It's just something I've gathered in life of who people are and what they need to be, and what the society has to be to create a function for folk. I don't know what other people might say of it, but it's just something that I myself have found to be so very frustrating. And I deal with it on a very small level. I can't imagine what this is like on a larger level. in a government function. I can't imagine what it's like to fucking deal with these stupid people on a level even higher than that. And of course, it's like the more you do for someone, the more they bitch because, well, I don't like having my powers taken away from me. I don't like my control taken from me. It's like, well, we kind of have to because you're literally doing nothing with it. I was talking to someone about like, there's these guys at work, you know, the guys that come in, they're all buff and stuff. They're like really fit guys. What have I always found is they're the most laziest fucking workers. The laziest. They exert their energy going to a gym to work out show muscles instead of going to their job and being a part of society. When they go to their job, they're taught, because their parents have money, generally, well, you're too good for this job. You're just working here because you're young and you just got to get something going. Then you can get into business and have your degrees and shit. And we have this other concept of we need more businessmen, not workers. And so I'm just watching this in-between area where there's not enough serf mentality and there's too much, everyone thinks they're going to be the rich fucking merchant in some way, because that's what our world's about, mercantile shit, right? And I just, man, I'm just so fucking wigged out by this all. I see these young boys with all this potential, but they waste it in a gym. It's like, you use that, you're building your muscles, okay, great. Use that fucking tool in the society. Be a part of society with that. No, just work out to look good and then watch shit on your phone all day and be a shitty worker? Don't worry, in time, your parents' money will help you go to college. Like, to me, that's like fucking mind-blowing that that's how like our society's turned. Not saying this never was a thing before, but as I'm noticing it around me, I'm like, this is it. This is, when I look at kids younger than me, I say, there's no way that can do anything. And I know every older generation's thought that about the one that comes up after them. I already know that. But I'm just looking at how shitty it is now in my generation, how much we can't fucking handle it. We create all of our traumas out loud. We make things out to be racial and sexual and gender and all this shit. We're making all these phantoms appear, and we're fighting ourselves while barely running things, while taking great works of art and changing them because the agenda doesn't mean anything anymore. Taking great works of art and manipulating it in such a way for a modern agenda, or real history, putting new people in new areas, and now magically a new race appears in a place it never was before. We're too busy with that fucking shit. And then these kids are coming up, and it's like, what the fuck's going to happen there? I'm in this, like, in-between place of, holy fuck, where this is going. Every fucking time. I am so tired of it all. And it's always some fucking thing. It's a religion. It's a sexual orientation. It's a fucking gender. It's this stupid fucking shit. With all this ideology all wrapped around it, this liturgy and this ritual and all this stuff because it matters. And I'm just watching going like, what the fuck is wrong with people? They're fighting phantoms. They're making shit up, believing it's real, and waging wars of the mind with it. That's fucking crazy, dude. Let's flash back to the beginning of this conversation. When there's lesser people who just need to feel okay, they go to the church to feel okay because they get the message, hey, someone's got your back. He just wants you. And if you listen and follow, all will take care of itself. I wonder why the church, for instance, the overall, we could say Roman Catholic Church, Eastern Orthodox, all these big ass ideas, you give them all of that, I wonder what they're going to do with that. I wonder if they have to be the ones to take care of society. I wonder if it's because they were forced to long time ago when the churches was being established, because there was this empty void when the Romans left of authority. People need authority. They have to have it. Most people want to sit there and look around and go, I just hope someone handles this soon, because I don't like how that is. They want that, whether it's the Roman Empire, whether it's the Roman Catholic Church, whether it's your government, whether it's I don't fucking know anymore. Some high authority. Like, people need that. And it comes in all sorts of different sizes. It comes in all sorts of different clothes, too. From a church to a government body to any fucking thing else. Your landlord. People need that. And so it's like, as I've been noticing that more and more, that's why I felt this disconnect with religion, because I was like, this just doesn't feel like it's something that I need. Because not one time yet have I personally heard something that made me go, fuck, that's it, man. This religious experience, I am in. I haven't heard it yet. I'm waiting. I'm fucking waiting. And I don't know. And there's this question that was posed in this book as well. Did man make God? Did God make man? And either or, does it even fucking matter? And that was something that I thought about myself as I was reading. I was like, does it really matter? If, let's say, the words are right, God already knows everything, well, then it doesn't matter what you fucking think, because he already knows. There's no point. He's in you. What's the point of fighting? Relax and float downstream. Like, that's all it really is. Now, I'm kind of in the dark with this myself. I'm kind of floating around in the breeze with it. I'm lost in the forest of my own mind, whatever fucking metaphor. But I'm just kind of quietly gathering this information and just saying, like, I really think that there is something more to this. I just haven't quite found it yet. Oh. I haven't quite gathered it all in together. But the more I read philosophy, especially kind of around, seemingly, the 1800s, man, it's interesting. It really is. But it's at the same time this transitionary period that was going on for a while with humanism and stuff, like 1600s. And this is way past that. But that kind of began in the 1600s, right? Humans are the ones controlling things. And it's just... it's a lot. It's truly, truly a lot to try and gather all this stuff. I don't know if I can lay it out any better than that, or if there's only so much I can really talk about, in that respect. At least as of right now, just because we're doing a stream of consciousness discussion. I don't have a prepared fucking argument here of like, let me read it out and sound really smart. But this is just something that I've been quietly feeling lately, and I'm just trying to kind of go through it in my head and find reason for it. The biggest takeaway you can have with me right now is I'm sick and tired of stupid fucking people. I'm sick and tired of taking care of everything for people. I'm tired of being told that the answer is simple as long as I do this simple thing. I'm just sick and tired of other people's ideas. And I'm pretty sure you've been well aware of that, whoever the fuck you are, for a long time. It's like, yeah, here's a guy that's fighting the world. I'm well aware of that. That sounds like shit I would do. Can you help it? You know what I mean? When you hear that kid talk about like, oh yeah, like I already have my own car, my own place and all that. And it was hard to get. It was tough. And then you find out their parents did it for them. You're like, don't talk about that then. You don't even fucking know. Or when someone says they've been through a trauma and you find out it wasn't that traumatic at all, at least your experience, you're like, I wish that was the worst thing I've ever felt. Right? It takes away, doesn't it? It makes you go, like, this fucking, no. Like when a high school kid has a huge opinion on something that you lived through, right? You lived through some experience, and this kid is telling you about it. Makes you just go like, I don't know how to, you know what I'm talking about. You can get irritated by it. That's just how I feel in life. Every time I keep hearing about some fucking thing I, as in some outside force, need to do. Think and feel and follow. You just need to do this. You went to the wrong church. You need to go to another one. It's like, no, you don't fucking get it. It's not one, it's all. And that's where I have found myself a lot, but it's so hard to get people to fucking get it, because in their idea, I'm just talking about a different sphere. And they're like, no, but mine's better over here. And you're like, no, yours is the same as theirs. They just say their words in a different order, dumb person. And then it's like, they can't see that. They're like, no, it's not. Mine's this version. My Protestant church is so much better, because you just need to come over here and you'll find out. And you want to say, no, that's not how that works. Or a Catholic's like, this is why you got to go to Catholicism. And you're like, no, it's not. It's bigger than this. And it's hard to get someone to understand. Has been my journey. It's like when you complain about something and someone's like, oh yeah, well, let me tell you about my life real quick. And then they bitch about theirs, and you're like, it's not a competition. We're not competing with who has it worse, you know? That's my entire experience that I have had with fucking people around me in my life, in my sphere. And forgive me, but it's just a bunch of lowly people. You know what I'm talking about? At the whim of their own emotion. At all times. Everything's a nightmare. Everything's going so horribly wrong, you know? They don't like things going on, so they complain. They hear about the tariffs, and then they have an opinion. You're like, and you want to go into it with them, like, well, maybe the way that the United States has been looked at by the rest of the world, that has something to do with it, because we're kind of a seemingly evil force acting evilly in the world. No, it's Trump. Like, you're just like, okay, whatever, man. I'm out of this. Because unlike these videos, I don't say anything. I don't argue with people. I don't say any of these words. Guarantee you my own family doesn't know I feel this way. Because I hold it in and I just go, whatever. Let people have their little game. And I'll be over here trying to make things work the best I can for them and me. But I come to this camera here and let out my true self. And sometimes I wonder how it comes across. Like, am I seemingly the same as them? To you, because this is the only experience you have of me. You don't know that I don't take life very seriously outside of these videos, that I joke around a little bit too much to try to get through these little games that are all around me, or that I don't talk in, like, I don't go into debates with friends and stuff. I don't do that because there's no point. It doesn't mean shit. It's not going to solve shit. Whoever has the louder opinion isn't how you solve things. Suffice to, say, I mean, like, look at our modern world. The internet is just, look at how loud a minority group can be, right? And a minority opinion. And here we are. Here I am, sitting in front of this damn typewriter, in front of this damn camera, with suspenders on. What's that about? I don't know, man. Just my musings for the day. And I think I will leave it there, because I'm wanting to go do other things. But I'll leave that with you, and hopefully something was stirred. And if so, maybe it'd be dope to hear from somebody about their opinion on things. Maybe shed some light on something that I don't understand yet. That'd be kind of cool. But until next time, I shall see you then.